Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Listen, you're going to enjoy this video, so you might as well go ahead and subscribe and hit that damn like button. I'm going to tell you right now, because, man, I got something to say. First of all, thank you for clicking on the video. Listen to this, right? Hold your horses. Let's not take it to the stupid. Bob Arum, what are you doing? This man goes out here and just digs an even deeper hole by saying people probably should be betting on Lomachenko instead of DEVIN Haney. Now, for that, I got to say this. Bob Arum has took it to the stupid. Now, I always said Bob Arum, in my opinion, don't give a shit about DEVIN Haney. You gotta excuse my language, man. But this just drives me crazy. Because that hits a chord in me. You know what I'm saying? That's like me, right? For those of you who've been on the channel, you know, I've been retired for 4 years from the military, right? I did 25 years. I operated at the highest level, right? I don't talk about that. I'm not here to talk about that. But what I'll tell you is, the reason why this hits a chord with me is because in those positions I was in where I had sometimes, man, direct and indirect responsibility for 1,500 people. You know what I'm saying? And you have people's children coming into the military, and there's a certain amount of trust that people have in you in that strategic level or that strategic position, right? To at least try to be fair to their child. You know what I'm saying? And for me, I've been in situations where I've had 2 or 3 top performers. And you can't show bias. You can't even come out and make a statement like that. You know what I'm saying? There's no way in the world I would have ever come out openly and said anything along the lines of someone, I suggest you betting your money more on Airman so-and-so instead of this one. Never in a million years. Now, what I would do is take those 3 individuals, right? Let's say there was Airman A, B, and C. And I'd sit down and we'd talk. And if there was one who felt like, hey, Airman A is getting more attention to me, getting recognized more, hey, getting a little more time off, what's going on? And that would give me the opportunity to say, I'm glad you asked. Well, let me explain to you what Airman A is doing, Airman B is doing, and you, Airman C, are not doing. And I say, and then I would break it down. These are the things you guys all have in common, but this is what separates them from you. This is what they're doing. And I would break it down to them. But I would never come out here in the capacity like what Bob Arum is serving and telling people that, hey, I suggest you probably bet on Lomachenko than DEVIN Haney. Now, let's understand this. Now, in this article, Bob Arum said this: if you want to make a smart bet, make it on Loma. Hey, we can stop right there. That's crazy. But he says Loma is one of the best boxers we've seen the last 10 to 20 years. Someone who is close to him now is Shakur. Can Haney meet that experience and cleverness? Now we know why he's bigging up Shakur, because Shakur is his guy. He's been there from day one. Haney's an outsider. He's Eddie Hearn's guy for the most part. So let's just put that into perspective, all right? He says, if Haney was a bigger puncher, well, people could say it's not going to be that competitive. But we know Haney is a very good boxer, not puncher. I think that means trading skills with Loma. And Loma, based on his body of work, is a very skilled boxer. I think it's very, very close, and depending on the odds you get, a good bet would be Loma if the price was right. Look, what's the guy named Bill Barker, or whatever the hell his name was from The Price is Right? Let me tell you something. That is complete madness. You're going to come out here and talk about, what do you say here? Depending on your odds, a good bet. Stop right there. You know how corrupt boxing is? Why would you come out here and tell the public a good bet would be Loma? Who has the connection? Where's the connection here? Who has the Kinahan? Hey, Who's got the cartel behind him? That man telling me, if I was Devin Haney, that I can't win this fight unless I knock him out. And he's already saying that he knows I don't have any power to knock him out. So I'm going to lose the fight anyway. So if that fight goes to the decision, which it sounds like that's what Bob Arum expects, they're going to rob Devin Haney. I've been saying that. But we already know that. Devin Haney's ready to pull chocks and get out of there. Devin Haney's ready to bounce. Bob Arum's not going to let him get out of there with all them belts. This is crazy, man. That almost ruined my day. I'll tell you what. I haven't heard Devin Haney's dad, Beijing Bill, come out here saying nothing. But Devin played it cool. I like the way he played it. He was hit by a reporter, asked him about that. Hey, how do you feel about Bob picking Lomachenko over you, saying that people should bet on Lomachenko to beat you? And Devin was like, well, you know what, we'll see. I like how he played that. He didn't get caught up into it, because something like that can make a fighter take the bait and respond pretty recklessly. And I think it would be warranted. You know what I'm saying? Horrible. And I'm going to be honest with you. I think the fight is competitive. I do. But I just have a feeling the fight could go either way. But Devin Haney's smart and he's disciplined. But all the things I said before in other videos that I was concerned about, Devin Haney's whole thing, right? Jab, jab, clinch, bump you, right hand hook, spin hit you, get on the angle, hit you a couple more shots, and then move out, Or he may just come in there, throw a straight lead right hand and clinch and wrap you up. But I don't think he's going to be able to do any of that. I think everything, because that's all part of boxing, you know what I'm saying? The clinch is part of boxing. Although it's illegal, it's part of boxing. I think all the stuff that Devin Haney is able to do in the ring that has helped him become successful, right? Which is part of his repertoire. I don't think he's going to be able to get away with it tomorrow. Or when him and Loma fight. I don't think so. And I'm telling y'all right now, we can come back to this video. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But to me, the stars are lining up for them to make sure Lomachenko takes those belts off Devin Haney and give the young, great Devin Haney his first loss unfairly. Now, I'm going to tell you this. I don't like the way Devin Haney comes out here talking about religion and then cussing and his language and in the same breath. You know what I'm saying? That irks me. But right is right, wrong is wrong. He doesn't deserve to be treated like that. I've had guys like that worked underneath me, man. I mean, crazy. Some of the stuff they would do and say in uniform, even how they wear the uniform. They used to sag the pants of the uniform. The pants all the way down there on their knees with a super big shirt, looking crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I'd go up there and pull up the goddamn shirt because the t-shirt be tucked in the pants. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? But you have guys like that where you have a conversation, you tighten them up, you chirp them up. You're like, yo, my man, that's a way to failure. You want to go the direction towards success. You want to move up the ladder. You're going in reverse. That's not the direction you want to go. But at the end of the day, I can't sit here just because I don't agree with some of the things Devin Haney says and how he conducts himself and his father does, and say I think it's okay for someone to be unfair to him. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that, and I'm gonna tell you, it got under my skin. But for that reason, more than anything else, because I don't get caught up in all this bandwagonism. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about religion. I don't care about gender. I don't care about race. I don't care about economic status. I don't care about political affiliation. It means nothing to me. I like boxing. And when it comes to this right here, I'm rooting for Devin Haney more than ever because I just don't think you should treat someone who's underneath you like that. It's called abuse of power. And if Bob Arum is out here doing shady stuff, man, that's horrible, horrible, horrible. He's 91. I hope that man lives a long life. But when you're doing bad like this, it comes back on you. And he's 91 and he's still out here doing this, man. That's crazy. But then again, he's been speaking his mind a lot more than he has before, too. And who knows what's going on behind the scenes, so you got to take all that into consideration for him to come out and make a statement like that. But what I will tell you is, with what I know, right, with the knowledge I have, I'm telling you, I think it's horrible for Bob Arum to come out and say that. especially when it's such a corrupt business. It makes me feel like Devin Haney's not going to get a fair deal, and they're setting him up to lose. I think it's very, very close. And depending on the odds you get, a good bet would be Loma if the price was right. You tell me how you would feel if that was said about you by the guy who's promoting you, to telling people to bet on the other person. Get out of here, man. Yo, I'm in the breeze.